Damn. I was trying to do it the other way, but everybody's supposed to do it up close and personal. I think I want to do this anyway. Good morning, peace and blessings. This is Lisa Marie. We'll get the horizontal back again, but this is the orientation right now. So I pinned up my hair. I will show you outfit of the day. So I've been doing my Nubian knot out. Sorry, I call them Bantu. Yo, back in the day, we called them Nubian knots. We ain't call them no Bantu knots. We called them Nubian knots. And I'm going to do this video. I'm going to be as polite as I possibly can, but it's not going to be easy, okay? It's not going to be easy. You know, I just want somebody to know. I saw the comment when it was live. I did a live video yesterday. I gave it to my membership group. You should join. The link is in the description box. It's only $5 or even $10 to join the membership where we get up and personal. A lot of times I don't give all the videos here or do videos here because, you know, the public is very triggered. And a lot of people get triggered by my healing, or maybe to them it's my lack thereof. Ladies, I have to tell you this. Do not let anyone rush your healing. Do not let, they can't anyway. They can't anyway. You are going to trigger people. Your pain is going to trigger people who are also in pain. You're definitely going to trigger the people who were a catalyst to your pain. You're definitely going to trigger the people who think that they know you. You're definitely going to trigger the people that benefit from your energy. A lot of times, especially, let me just tell you, being a content creator and a YouTuber, it always happens. It never, ever fails that there's someone who, and this is how they start off. This is when you know it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good when somebody says, I don't mean to offend you. You know you're about to get offended. What's the other one? Yeah, I don't mean to offend you, or this is what I get because I'm a YouTube content creator. I've watched you for a long time. It's about to come. If they preface it to, this is to tell you, if they preface it with I've watched you for a long time, they're going to have an opinion. Let me just get this straight. I'm not here for you to heal me. I'm not even here to heal you. I am here to heal myself. I am here to talk about process. I personally love process. I'm an artist, and even in my healing, I'm artistic. Process is the shit. It's not the destination, it's the journey. Thank you for the love. It's not the destination, it's the journey. If you get uncomfortable with me being sad or expressing my anger or expressing, let me tell you the worst thing you can do to somebody that's healing. I kind of this metaphysics where every single thing that ever happens to you is your fault. First of all, be very careful of saying that to a person. Be very careful of saying that to a person that's been abused, a person that's healing. Stay away from people when you're healing and you know you're still going through it and you know that it's hard. Stay away from people that are uncomfortable with your healing and try to be like, you still talking about that? That's still bothering you? I had somebody write me, and it was, the anger was so clear. Like, I did a video about me being angry, but at least I admitted that I was angry. I said that I was angry. I said why I was angry. I said what I was still processing. It was my story. Somebody got so uncomfortable that they had to write me about how this should be done. Over with. Stop it. You should stop doing that. It's over. Ask yourself these questions. This is why. Look at yourself. It's your responsibility. Take accountability. Why you got your panties in a tangle though? Why you got your panties in a tangle? Why does what I expressed and how I express it bother you? Then they told me what I should be talking about. And I politely said, I can't talk about something that I don't know about. There's 1,000 videos on accountability. How to create boundaries. I'm not there. I'm not there to tell people how to create boundaries. I'm not there to tell people how to, what's the other thing? No, I can't even, you know what? I'm not even going to try to fuck up my brain right now. Trying to figure out what I'm supposed to be talking about. I am an artist. I speak from my heart. And even my healing is an art. Healing is an art. Y'all, if you are still healing and you got people around you that tell you should be over it, you should take accountability, they are not your friends. They're not necessarily your haters, they're your naysayers in a way. They're the ones that think, because see, they need you to be a certain way because they're feeding off you. So if you're always that one that inspires others, always the ones with the good word, the gospel, right? If you're always the one that lift people up and you are not doing that, they are so upset because they were feeding off of your high vibrational frequency. So the minute that you become somewhat human, which we all are, the minute that they don't understand that all the high comes from the lows. And when they say they watch you for a long time, it means that they're not really watching you. They're watching what they want to see. They're watching to make sure that you're going to be what they want you to be. They're not really watching you, because the minute that if they watch you for a long time, I guess that's to say, so I'm about to say some bullshit, so I need you to listen. So I'm about to tell you what I think you should do. So I'm about to be your therapist. And then the person was like, so that's it, it's over, just stop it, it's over. Fine, let it alone, you're healed. Listen, you ain't lay no hands on me. There was no gentleness in that. There was judgment, there was uncomfortability. There was nothing about that was, I'm doing this for you. You can't do it for me. There is no healing that you can give me. It takes time. You know the worst thing when you say, oh, I was in a relationship with a narcissist, somebody says, well, we're throwing this word around. You making me think you're a narcissist, because you can't tell me the relationship I had. You can't tell me the relationship I was in. That's not even fair. It sounded, I in the video took accountability, talked about how freaking insane and crazy I was. In the video, I talked about, apologized to people during that time when I was at my most cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I mean, doing all the things that Lisa Marie normally does, but it's not quick enough. We need to hurry this along. I need you to be the person that you are. You ain't never watched me that. I've always been deep and fell and got back up again. It's called life and being a human. Ain't nobody no damn robots. This is the thing. I think the AI is messing us up. I think the AI has messed us up, and microwaves and the whole bit, where everything, and shorts and all this other stuff, that's letting us think that if you can't get it out in a few minutes, if a year is not enough for you, if you didn't do it right, something's wrong. And I'm just going to have a pep talk with you, because I'm really close to you. You're my family. I'm going to have a pep talk with you. And in that pep talk, I'm only going to give you a few paragraphs. I'm going to throw some questions at you. Answer these questions. Forget it. It's done. Let's move on. No, don't watch me. I don't know how hard this shit is. I'm going to say it again. Don't watch me. Because I'm triggering you. I mean, that email was those, whoa, they were pretty powerful. They seem so triggered. Like, I wouldn't even watch them. Let me say this to you one more time. If my life is looking good and that triggers you, don't watch. I know how that could be. That shit is jacked up. It bothers you, don't it? If my life is not looking good and it triggers you, don't watch it. You need to find people, anybody, that makes you feel amazing all of the damn time. Because that's reality. That's reality. So, and this is what we do. We do want to escape reality. We do watch stuff to make us feel better. And the beauty is algorithms will help you. You should put in, I only want to watch videos that make me feel good. I mean, literally, if you put that title in, they will make sure they send you videos. Hopefully, they'll try you. Like, is this the video that makes you feel good? And then they'll send you 15,000 of those videos of that same subject that makes you feel good. This shit ain't even hard right now. If you see a title, I'm angry, you probably don't want to click into that one, because that one's going to give you more videos of people who say they're angry. It might give you people that got remedies to the anger, but I wouldn't really watch them. If I know that this person, I got to write a dissertation, I got to force this person, listen, we're not going away. We're going to be right here. There's a lot of people that are inspired, and those are the people I'm talking to. I'm not even mad because it happens all the time. It happens all the time. So there's every fucking all the time. There's somebody who is uncomfortable with something that I'm doing. The way that I'm healing, the way that I'm expressing, the way, oh my God. And the questions you asked were so, you sound like you was talking to yourself. And I understand it because when you get triggered, some trigger means that there's something about this person and her processing is triggering something that I've had a similar experience. This person was asking me a question like somebody that I could tell been through it. So you might not be able, you ask yourself those questions, and when you can answer it, then you're doing good, and then that means that I am not in your realm. That means I am not in your vibrational frequency. I am not in your place. Don't force me. You're not going to ever force me to get up where you are. I don't know you. I can't get up where you are. I only can be where I am. And that helps other people. So if you got people around you that try to gaslight you, it was very narcissistic. I need you to be done with it. I need you to be done with it right now. I need you to be done with it. Thank you. I'm fine. Thank you so much, YouTube people. I need you to be done with it. I need you to be done with it right now. I need you to do what I want you to do. I need you to feel, anybody that asks for the old Lisa Marie, 18 years, I would be considered, it's a word that starts with an R. I'm just going to say mentally developmental delayed. Are you kidding? By the way, thank you about my hair. I pinned up the back. It was a whole fro. I needed to do something different because I wore it the same way for a while. So I wanted to do something different. So thank you very much because, girl, I be loving my hair so much. And my fro, the antennas to jaw. This is clearly, I feel, so much more open. So let me explain. I'm an artist. So let me tell you what it this way. Let's look at it this way. Let's look at it. So artists, right, they process their feelings, and a lot of times they do it in front of others, whether they show it on a canvas, whether they speak it in poetry or words, whether they dance the feelings out, whether they act it in a play. It is all artistic, even pain. Frida Kahlo, which people absolutely love her work, I do too. If she was not displaying her pain in her pictures, I don't know anybody that did it better. There's so many others that actually did, but she did it well. And so if somebody had told her you should stop painting about your pain, she wouldn't even be the household name in some cases that she is today. She wouldn't be even as revered as she is today. There's so much beauty in our pain as Black people, but because I'm dark, right? And I got nappy hair, so I'm supposed to be stronger. I'm not supposed to be vulnerable because vulnerability equals femininity, and I'm not supposed to be that. I'm supposed to be the workhorse. I'm supposed to be the wretched of the earth. I'm supposed to be the field slave. I'm supposed to be the nigger because I'm dark and I'm nappy hair, so I can't feel for long. I don't get to have that. I don't get to express my pain. How dare I? I'm a Black woman. Get over it. Get your ass up and keep going. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Wipe it off. Stop crying. Let me give you something to cry about. They don't give you, my own people will not allow me to heal because it makes them uncomfortable. And guess what? It's nothing I could do about that for you. You go find some lily white girl and let her cry her eyes out, and you right there and be like, I understand how you feel. If I was you, I would feel the same way. But because it's me, I can't do that. And wait, there's a time limit for niggas. There's a time limit for Negroes. Negroes, you not that hurt. I know you worked from sun up to sundown. Okay, I know you gave more than anybody else, but it's still not enough because you are Black and therefore you can endure more pain. Oh, do you know that there's a belief that we actually can endure more pain? That's why the medical system is so jacked up for us. We keep coming back and have to keep trying to get a diagnosis that will actually get us treatment. But because we are Black, we could actually take more pain. And you know the dark ones are the strongest. So I understand that you're uncomfortable with my pain. I don't really care. Unless it transforms you. You ain't done yet either. Most of us are not. Listen, a lot of people, when they get out of a relationship and it hurt them, they ain't even willing to go through what I'm going through. They're like, I'm gonna get me a man real fast. I'm talking because I'm talking to women, just so you know. I'm gonna get me a man. I'm gonna just fill this. I'm gonna get to one way to get over one man. I'm just going to get under another. I'm gonna get under another, and now I've moved on in the world, and I can be a part of this everyday people. I'm not an everyday person, so I don't need to feel an affinity to that. Whatever normal and regular is, I'm far from that. No, you know what? I'll smoke a bunch of weed. I'll have a lot of sex. What else could I do? I could shop a lot. Let's see what else. I could eat garbagey food. I eat well. I do my best to sleep well. I don't smoke. I don't drink. And I ain't got no other man. So this is what it looked like. It's called feeling. I don't have anything that I know. I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, because guess what? I'm constantly growing. It's an installation. It's a piece of artwork. Look at it that damn way so you be okay. It's not going to all be pretty. You can go to art showings that show nothing but pretty work. Though that shit ain't moving nobody. Except somebody that really, maybe, you know what, I understand there's times for that when you're locked up in institutions and you need flowers instead of a brick wall to look at. So horticultural therapy, right? You need a tree. I get that. Go get you a tree. But there are some trees that the branches fall off, and in the wintertime they look real ugly. You can't believe the beauty they're about to bring forth in the spring. But is that tree still not beautiful? I can look at trees and the branches that I can see that I couldn't see before because the flowers were there. I can now see the beauty of how it stands and so strong and what's under the foundation and how beautiful it is. I figured that one is much stronger because it has the weather, the cold weather, and it's willing to do it because it knows what comes in the spring. See, I'm an artist. What about you? Artist expresses herself in the way she feels in the moment. If I put it on a painting, would that be better? If I wrote it in a poem, would that make you more happy? If I showed it in a dance, would that make you feel good? No, I use my voice and I use my platform to express what I'm feeling at the time. And if you don't like it, fuck off. I don't mean to use these harsh words, but then maybe I could throw in another verb because you seem to be fucking disturbed. You want me to curb my true feelings because you don't know what the dealing is. You want me to roll it up like a Riz? Like I'm some inner child kid that don't know where I've been, but I know where I'm going? You think to you it's something that I need to be owned? Because what? Because you helped me when I was down on my luck. So now I'm supposed to suck my feelings deep down inside? Why does my tears hurt you when I cry? Why do you sigh when you see my left eye that goes droopy? I don't understand. I'm a woman, not a man. Because if I was, you would never come to me with that. You would never come to me with that. Because all the time, because I'm a black woman, I should never lack. At least not show it in public. Because I might make everybody uncomfortable because I'm not where you want me to be, but can't you see? Open the third eye and be free. Through my expression of pain, it's freeing me. I walk down the road real slow. I'm not trying to figure out where I need to go. I'm just feeling the feelings and then I flow. But you want the whole show. You want it nice and plain. You want to not feel my pain, but don't watch. And there's a continual clock that goes tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, and then it stops and starts again. You want to be my ally or my friend? Then watch the things that come out your mouth, because sometimes you sin. You rooting for me, you say you want me to win, but you ain't my kin. So there's certain things you can't tell me because I can't hear you, because it ain't nice and it ain't thorough, because you don't know me. Because you don't know me. Oh, okay. Right. Okay, Crystal Bush says, most people run from their feelings, so when they come across someone who doesn't, that is when they treat you like you have a problem. Exactly. Thank you. Exactly. Hold on one sec. We got to help these other people out. Got to help them out. We got to help them out. Okay. Yes. Oh my God. Was that better? I put it in the poem. Okay. Was that better? Can you tolerate it? Does it? I don't know. Like, I love it because it's like, oh, that's. I ain't talking about that. I was talking about art and the juxtaposition of being a black American now in Africa, a place you long for, but now you miss where you came from. She ain't giving me I ain't getting no comments. I ain't getting no, do you understand? I talk about colors and what they bring inside of you and the vibration of them. I'm not supposed to grow up. It's only 18 years. I should be exactly the same. Stop playing with me and stop playing with yourself. You bothering yourself with this one. If it ain't for you, don't watch. I wouldn't be. Child. Listen. Let me explain to you about hurt and sometimes even depression. The fact that I could get up and take a bath every day. The fact that I could get up and do yoga every day. The fact that I could get up and do exercise every day. The fact that I could get up and do my hair every day. The fact that I could get up and put nice clothes on every day. The fact that I could get up and clean every day is a fucking bonus in my life. People got something, they don't even know that thing could have triggered somebody to be harmful to themselves. You got to watch who you try to give advice to, especially when you try to make the person feel bad about themselves. The fact that I can function, I couldn't even in the beginning, I couldn't even see the sun in the sky. I couldn't even notice the sky was blue. I could hardly see people I walk by. I could hardly notice that other people are in the world. And you want me to snap my fingers and be okay. That ain't the way to go. This is real life. This is not the short that lays profound words in minutes. This is my art. This is my expression. This is what I do. But like I said, I know if I put it on a painting, be like, oh my God, that's marvelous. A dragon slaying the the narcissist. Oh no, we can't use that word because you are too dumb, Lisa Marie, to know that you was in a relationship with a narcissist. This overused word because it can't be because I said so. And I need you to be healed because I said so. And I need it to happen now. That's it. It's over. It's done. I'm quoting. Yes, I am. Now. You got to be kidding. What insensitivity. That's not love. That's dictatorship. That's gatekeeping. That's deciding for somebody else where they should be. It'll never happen because it's me. And in the words of a great disco song, I want to be free, 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 free. So you don't get to decide it for me. I come from a divine mother. Her name is Ree. And until the day I die, she holds the key. She taught us it's all right to express ourselves and be where we are no matter the place. But you want my whole experience to be erased so that somebody else could hold the place for you. I can't do it. I ain't no fool. I graduated from many schools. And even them, after they saw how I do what I do, they allowed it. I tell you the truth, I remember I was in college, right? Amen says, thank you. I was in college and I'm very poetic, you know. I could read a book or listen to a lecture or read stories or whatever that, you know, was in school, whatever. And the teacher would say, okay, now you have to do a written paper. So we would have to do these papers, normal school stuff. Read, then you gotta do a paper. Listen to the lecture, you take notes, now you gotta do a paper. Or you gotta do an exam, right? Or a test. And it was one time sometimes you get that one oral report. So I did my report, I did it orally, and I did it in poetry. To the point that, and they loved it. They said, I never heard nobody take this whole course that I just taught, just my professors, and be able to express it in poetry. So your final paper, you can do the whole thing in poetry. Even though I wrote it down, I explained everything in poetry. Do you know how many professors loved it and said, I want you to do it again? The best thing you could do for me is to let me be me, because you may get something out of it too. I don't understand this because maybe I'm an artist. There is beauty in pain. That's why we love Frida Kahlo. We could name 1,000 other artists and maybe you'll know some. There's beauty in it. Even when people talk about Mary J. Blige, unfortunately, it's so sad, but it's true in some ways that sometimes she makes the best music when she's hurting the most. Same thing with Lauryn Hill. Pain gives birth to beauty. So we allow it. We let them flow. We see what parts of ourselves are still in pain, what parts of ourselves are still hurting. You should have known better. You should have known I wasn't going to be quiet. You should have thought about it before you wrote. You should have went inside and said, I don't know her mental state right now. I don't know how close she is to any one spectrum. I don't know, so I'm going to make sure I say, hey, sis, you good? Hey, sis, you need anything? You all right? Hey, sis, I want to tell you I love you today. I'm so proud of you for expressing your feelings. Sis, I know that be hurting. That's a hard one, huh? I understand that you're willing to not drown it. You're not even trying to soothe it. You're just trying to feel it. And I love that about you, Queen. I love that. I want to tell you you're helping a lot of people because they too feel anger. And they too are willing to go to the water side, to go to the ocean side and heal with them, their sisters. She ain't hear that. I wanted to tell you that when you said that I want to apologize to anybody that I pushed away during the time, admitting that you was absolutely insane and on the brink of a nervous breakdown. I want to thank you for that vulnerability. Most people wouldn't be brave enough to say that. I want to thank you for saying that you were cray-cray at the time. But no, couldn't find that because it wasn't fitting in a nice package because I came to feel good and you wouldn't allow that. You wouldn't allow me to make you be what I wanted you to be. So I had to tell you how wrong you were. I had to tell you that it was your fault, that you need to take responsibility, that there's red flags that you missed. I couldn't just blow you a kiss. I had to diss. I had to take out the parts that broke you down because I felt like a motherfucking clown. How that sound? Did I get it right? Think long and hard before you write. Sleep over and over again at night. And ask your ancestors, is this right? Is this the right words to say when I don't know this person that well? How can I lift her up instead of down? Facts. When I was with a narc, my creativity was stifling and I didn't know why. But once it was over, I had to process my feelings. Boom. My creativity came back in beautiful ways, even while hurt. And this is, I love this crystal bush because when I was up in the Volta region, that whole healing from the heart center, a sacred sanctuary Black woman, that whole thing was my pain. And I was healing. This is the mother goddess room because I want to lay in the bosom of a mommy. Sometimes you're so hurt that narc relationships bring you down to that little girl. I had a pink room for the inner child. If this is not a person going through the motions, I was thinking about how I created one side of the room that was an Ashanti gold, the dining room, the other part of the room that was orange. And then in the hallway, which they call a corridor, I brought the orange and the gold together. Because I'm still piecing the parts of myself together. And I made it vibrant and whimsical and fun. And I had to bring heart. So I said, you sleep under the heart and you wake up to the heart. You sleep under love, you wake up to love. In the blue room, I had the mother, the moon, representing the divine mother goddess, to be held and nurtured. And in the morning, I had a sun that I had the artist put there to wake up in the sun. And remember, there's a new day that rose. I had an Ankh to represent the connection of still man and woman. I had the lover painting, so that I still remember that I still do love, that there is a chance I will love again, that the union of Black man and woman is beautiful. But she missed all of that. She missed all of that. When I went to the first apartment and I made it neutral, I was cleaning the palette to start again. When I was here and I couldn't even put no paint on the wall, that I had to stay in neutrality. I read somewhere too, when you're in a narcissistic relationship, a lot of times, yes, it's your creativity, it's everything. It's about, if I put color, if I move in, if I get furniture, then that's when I feel safe. Those relationships make you feel so unsafe. Can you imagine you went to sleep one night, you was in a relationship, you woke up the next day, this person's engaged to somebody else. That is such an unsafe place to be. So you're trying to balance it and figure it out and understand where you're going and what you're doing and what you try. So you just sit in neutrality. You have to sit. Like, let me just sit. I don't understand what's going on. I'm trying to figure out. I got to create a new life. Wait a second. Let me reckon the old life. Okay. And then when I came here, when I came from that vulture, and I had to let go of the guest house, I guess. I don't know if I'm letting it go. I say it back before. I mean, I already said I let it go. So when I was able to do that, I was able to come here. Now we got color, and I was able to go in the other room, and now we got color, to which we're going to go now. And that's when I knew, I'm like, okay, I'm healing. I'm at a new place, in a new time, in a new way. And I love it. You know, that's when I was like, oh, okay, you're getting there. And then this place made me go deeper because of the different colors. And then the things that I started watching were not like tarot and all the stuff that helped me get through it. That was a period. The person don't know nothing about you. Once I started allowing, it's like it's a process. But the thing is, I want you to know in healing, I want you to know, there's something I could talk about. I can't talk about the other stuff. It's a process. It's not linear. Whoever the first person that ever said that, that is most brilliant. It's not linear. And what I mean by that is you could be walking along the path, everything going, the birds are flying and chirping, and you know, the flowers are blooming, and you meet a thorn, and you go to smell the flower, and you touch it, and you get stung, you get pricked by a thorn. Memories come to you because you're sitting still with yourself. The healing's not done. So you get these memories or these flashes, or you start putting stuff together. And because I have this forum, I express that moment too. If I painted, it would be expressed in the painting. So it's not, you're not gonna be, it's not a straight path. It may take years, and that's a good thing. That actually means you are doing the deeper healing. You would never encourage somebody to hurry up and heal. That's ridiculous. You know, most people do that. Like I said, they're drinking, they're smoking, they're getting another partner to fill the space. They're not trying to go through the whole thing. They're too afraid to. This kind of healing, it definitely is a lot more, it's scarier, because it's allowing yourself not to fit into this box that says, it's been 1 year and 2 months, you should be over it. You should be over it. And then, or people will say, you know, they just loving this, that you're hurting. I don't give a F about what they hurt, love, or don't hurt. I don't care if they see. It's like, don't let them see you sweat. Nigga, you're gonna see me sweat, cry, and pull my hair out at times. I really don't care. I'm not doing it for you. I'm not hurt for you, and I'm not healing for you. I'm healing for myself. I'm going through the recesses. I'm getting to the place. Let me get there and enjoy the process, or not. I'm an artist. So I'm sensitive about my shit, so be careful what you say. Yeah, art is therapy in my opinion. Yes! Beautiful background color. Thank you. Yes. Art is therapy. Art is therapy. Yeah. If you've never been in a narcissistic relationship, you'll never understand. But the moment you get into it, and then you start going on forums and seeing others into it, and the same exact stuff that has never happened before you in this way happens, it is something that me especially being a content creator, and especially having a channel that's all about healing ourselves and loving ourselves through the pain, it's like an opportunity. I know that thing didn't just happen so. I know that it happened to me because the universe said, well, I know you'll talk about it. I know you'll go through the whole thing, and I know you show the world you're brave enough to do that. This didn't just happen randomly. It needed to happen. I needed to look at things deeper. I needed to go there. And I talk about that all the time. But the part of discovery, the part of understanding that that was abusive. When somebody does that, or this is abusive, or that, you have to at least know when you're being abused. You gotta know when you're being treated like shit. You can talk about boundaries a little bit later. Right now, did you understand that that was not right? Did you understand that that treatment, not the end, the whole thing? Do you understand? Can we identify that it was abusive? Because sometimes you think, no, it's just a relationship. It's just no. And can you identify how you have reactionary abuse to the abuse? If I could wake up every day and really mean it, I love me, y'all. Like, I love me so much. I love this parts of you that the person complained about and tried to tell me, it's over, it's done. It was really interesting the way she put it. I wanted to stop. I'm going to snap my fingers, you just snap out of it. I love that I'm not snapped out of it. I don't know how to say that to you. In other words, when I'm snapped out of it, I'm going to love that too. I feel real. And it's good to feel real. I don't hate myself. I don't blame myself. I love myself. Because that's what I wasn't doing. I wasn't loving myself enough when I was in that relationship. I wasn't loving myself. I'm going to tell you, I was just checked out, to be very honest. What I did not do was fully heal from my marriage. I traveled instead, and I distracted myself. So when I met him, and he asked me to marry him and all that, I knew I wasn't even over the last one, to be honest. I wasn't really, not even necessarily over the person, but over the separation, over the fact that I was in something that I thought was going to last for a long time, and it did not. So I wasn't really ready. And then the person was younger, and I thought, no, I'm married, like, I'm not really ready to do that. That didn't mean I still didn't want to have a relationship, but it was okay because I really wasn't ready for anything. I really deserved to have a whole relationship. I really deserved to be loved, but I had to first figure out who was I to be loved. I didn't even know, I didn't become myself yet. When I got out from the last relationship to that one, I hadn't become who I am. I hadn't become who I was going to be. I was like in a void. So I filled it up with something pretty. I filled it up with something fun. This relationship and the ending of it has allowed me to never do that again. That's why you keep hearing me repeat that I didn't get another man, or I didn't go to smoking, or I didn't go to drinking, or I didn't go to partying, I didn't go to eating poorly, I didn't go to self-destructive behaviors. Because I've done those things on some form, maybe not deeply. I mean, I've never been an addict, I've never been an alcoholic, but I've indulged in those things to forget. Definitely get another person. What I learned from that relationship is don't rush the process. I did not give myself proper time. I did not give myself proper time to heal from a 10-year relationship. And when I thought I was ready for a relationship, I was lonely. And instead of sitting in the loneliness and expressing, hey, I'm lonely, I didn't do that. I said, no, I'm going to fill it up with this beautiful thing. I don't still quite know who I am yet, because I didn't give myself the time to heal, like I said. So I feel like the last relationship just helped me, catapulted me into, well, you know what not to do. Give yourself some time to heal, but take as long as you need. There's no rush. Do not fill it up with another man. I was thinking like, oh, I'm calling in my man. Oh, I'm ready for my man. Like, oh, absolutely not. I woke up this morning and laughed at myself and said, well, girl, clearly, you're not ready for anybody else. You need to stay in the laboratory and do the work. And I am. But I also wanted to give y'all some tips on how to get through the process if you got out of a toxic relationship or a relationship with a narcissist or whatever you want to call it, right? When we say we're with a narcissist, we're not saying that we are absolved of our own toxicity and the fact that we attracted it. We have to break it down so that people can take this in small pieces. But if you're getting out of a relationship that you absolutely love the person loved you, you broke up, but it was amicable, meaning as much as it could be, right? You broke up, it wasn't somebody left you for somebody else, or somebody didn't left you and didn't even break up with you. No, you just broke up. Any of those things, heartbreak in general, right? I saw this thing that heartbreak actually is a real thing. That was somebody that was working in a hospital, and they were saying how the doctors would see the heart, or maybe it was the person that does I forget what you call that, but the autopsy. The heart literally be breaking, the fibers be tearing. So you gotta be very careful. You gotta heal, but you don't wanna die. You could literally die from heartbreak. It's a physical too. So one thing that I definitely do is I make sure that I do not do things that's going to distract me from my pain or distract me from my processing of my pain. So I don't eat poor foods. I don't distract myself with having another relationship. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do the shop therapy or retail therapy. I don't put anything in its place, not even social media. I do my best to stay very present because it's very important that I do that. The other thing is I exercise 5 times a week. I do yoga 5 times a week. I do strength training and cardio 4 times a week. And I listen, y'all, I cannot stand exercise. I do not like exercise. It's not like I'll be like, yes, exercise. I don't even like it. But I love the way it makes me feel. I love those happy, and Crystal, I'm definitely going to read that, so please keep it there. I'm looking forward to reading your comment. But I love the happy endorphins. I love the way it makes me feel. I love the way it makes me look. I make sure, but I don't always do this well, but I'm getting better and better. I'm getting better and better. And I make sure to get plenty of rest and to drink lots of water. I be very kind to myself. You hear me say all the time, like, I love that about me. I take the things that most people would think is bad, or not bad, but like, why am I like this, and question. I don't. I really love those things about me. So I make sure that I love those things about me. So whether that's writing affirmations or whatever, expressing the things about you that is so dope, even through the process of healing, what is so dope about you, what's dope about you, you know? I maintain my beauty, and because I'm an artist, so there's gonna have to be some way I express all this, whether it's through my art, basically when I fix up a home, that's my sense of self-expression. So if you're feeling that, but it's not maybe the way that other people might artistically express themselves, allow yourself to artistically express yourself. I know when you're with a narc, it's hard because you feel like you use your creativity, but it may that you're still being creative, it's just not in the format or the forum or the medium that you normally would be creative in. So allow the new creativity to flow in even the smallest ways. And that's very important. And again, you're grooming. Like, keep your hair together. Like, I love to express myself through my hair. That's another like canvas for me. So I will play on my hair. I will try some new lip gloss or something. I love to organize my home so I can find my clothes, so I can actually wear them. Sometimes I like to pair them with something different. So there's a lot of ways that you're creative, so stay creative. The bigger thing too is the go no contact is the best. So when I go to this place that I go to that I actually just am not gonna go anymore, I see the person, and the person don't even think, he gives me the silent treatment on the biggest way. We don't talk to each other, nothing. And that's very inhumane to me. I understand it's for the best, and I'm glad that it's happening, but my heart has a hard time with walking past another human being that you have something with. So I don't put myself in those situations anymore. You don't have to be brave for anyone. You don't have to be brave for anyone. You have to know that's too much for me. And people will tell you, like, forget that person, you gotta come anyway, make your money, do your thing. all money ain't good money. So sometimes you got, and the universe is actually giving you other ways to do things and make money. So don't go and trigger, like, don't go no contact. It really is, I mean, it's all over the internet for a reason. Go no contact as much as possible. Avoid the places that they're at. And, you know, if something bothers you, or like you're watching, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, whether it's somebody being happy or somebody being sad, click out quickly. Don't get yourself your panties in a tangle where you writing shit to YouTubers you don't even really know. You know what I'm saying? Don't get mad at other people. Like, just figure out why am I triggered and work on that, you know? And love the things you do love. Love them fully. I compliment myself every day that I'm not, like I said, doing these, eating poorly, that I'm not exercising, that I'm not drinking, smoking, like I'm not. I actually do my best to save money, so I'm not spending money recklessly. Like every day I compliment myself on the things that I am still doing, the way that I am still getting through. And at least if you're gonna have one person that loves you the most, there's somebody that thinks that's team you, that knows how to speak to you in a way that is soothing and loving, not harsh, not drill sergeant-y, not you still on there. Somebody that if you call, they'd be happy to pick up because they know you're doing something that most people won't do. I happen to have people like that around me. I'm very, very blessed. I got my family, I got my sister, I got my master group, I have a private coaching group, and it's for all of us. Like, we are sisters, we hold each other together. These are 4 of us, including me. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 or 5. We hold each other together. We're team each other. I mean, I gotta really talk about that for a minute. It's we get there together and we laugh and we laugh till we cry and we love each other and we hear and we just want to be there for the other person. We're not there to make them feel bad or guilty or anything. So if you could get a group like that, you are blessed. And most of the time, the universe has those for you. Other thing, remember that the universe is for you. The universe is looking out for you. The universe is on your side. The universe loves you. The divine, the most high God is like, they love you. Your ancestors are like, you are not alone. You are so loved. Also know, you don't know who's watching. You're an example for so many women that's coming behind you. Especially for Black women, it's so important for us to be vulnerable and be in whatever place that we can be. And notice too, look for like clues in a person. Sometimes a person, actually after a narc relationship, they may be going through something that's showing you signs, but they're not out and out saying it. Notice when they need you, that maybe you should call. And for me, in my case, maybe I did a video saying, well, I'm feeling a little depressed, or tune into that. Tune into that, because the strongest person could be the weakest person, and you'll never even know it. So you have to tune in. Don't put it off like, oh, I thought about somebody. I had a dream about this sister. I got to call her, but you never do. Call her. And allow her to be vulnerable. Allow her to cry. Allow her to go over something she's asked 1,000 times. We are only here really for each other. Everything else doesn't matter. It's human to human contact, human to human love, because from a narc, the way they discard you and throw you to the side, act like you're nothing, it's so inhuman that you need, or so inhumane that you need more humanity. You need more connection with other people. Because what they want you to think that you're ugly, you're not lovable, you're whatever word they can play and call you ugly. They want you to feel like it was your fault. Because remember, they're very charming. They got everybody believing them. They got everybody thinking like you're the crazy one, and look how great they are, and they can move on because they're so great, and the person they got is better than you. They will pit women against each other too, so you gotta be very, very careful. That's why no contact is the best. Do your best too. If you're mad at one person, be mad. Don't focus on the person he's with. He charmed that person too. Okay, like this for Black women. No fighting other Black women. No fighting other black women. And you fight when you leave insensitive emails. That's a fight. Don't fight. The sister is saying, I still love you. I still love. But I want to get to a place where I could see men again and be like, ooh, maybe I would want to be with one. You know, they take, that relationship can take that away from you. I mean, you've had other relationships, but you still loved again. A knock will make you think like, why are you even here? What is worth living for? Is there anything worth living for? It's very, very delicate. You need a lot of help after that. So even though you're walking down a beautiful path, there will be a U-turn, honey, and you'll be like, wait a second, I thought I was getting better. Just because you veer to the right or the left does not mean you're off track, that you're off the path. Healing is not linear, so allow yourself to go through those things. That's what I could help them with. That's what I could do. If you need somebody to talk to, I'd love to talk. I got $25 Wednesday clarity calls. Call me, because talking to other women and helping other people helps me help myself. Okay, Crystal Bush says, narcs mishandle us in such a way that it injures our emotions. Come on, queen. Working through the trauma causes you to find new parts of yourself and a deeper love for yourself and much better boundaries to protect our love. Yeah, Crystal said it so beautifully. I didn't even have to read it again. Because it's so powerful. Narcs mishandle us in such a way that it injures our emotions. Yeah. We're up and down. We don't know what to feel. Should we feel? We're scared to feel. We're hurt. We don't want to love again. Working through the trauma, and that's what it is, y'all. It's traumatic. Causes you to find new parts of yourself. Yes. And a deeper love for yourself and much better boundaries to protect our love. Yes. And that's exactly like what I feel like. And I keep saying, people say I love myself more. It is a deeper love. It's a deeper love for myself. And yes, you are not going to look at everybody the same. You are going to hear things and people know. There was somebody that I thought maybe that it would be something, and we had this long conversation. It was only one long conversation. It was early in, maybe, possibly. And oh my God, I heard so much that I was just like, oh no, that's just a friend, a distant friend. That's all. And I mean, I had no attraction. Even the little one I had nothing anymore. I understood that is not something I want to walk into. And you don't feel no way. You feel good. You feel even better because you are now able to see, as you process your own trauma, that, yeah. I'm going to stay away from that. I'm asking for trouble. So it's a process. So if you want to go with me on a journey, believe me, it'll be exciting and fun. I cannot wait to decorate my space. We Black Power in it. We say I'm Black and I'm proud. We Black History all year round. It's so funny about the love of yourself and how I keep going back to and talking a lot about my African American existence and how do I bring that forth to me in Ghana, and how do I not lose it? I desire and crave it even. And I feel like this is even part of the relationship, that when you go through the trauma, like you said, that deeper love for yourself, because you're knowing yourself now. You're really sitting in it and like, I know myself. Like, well, you're asking, who am I? Who am I? And it's a beautiful thing that when your past comes back and says, you're a little bit of me over here, don't forget us. You start, if you can put yourself back together again, because like I said, the brokenness did not come from the last relationship. The brokenness did not come from the narcissistic relationship. The brokenness was already there. The narc relationship, if you could survive it, could help you possibly, because you have to now go through the healing, and because that healing is so much more intense, you're actually more apt to go through the trauma to get better. to find yourself again, to remember who you are and where you come from, and who you come from. You know, it's a wonderful journey, but wonderful doesn't mean that it's all pretty. It's not that pretty all the time, but it has moments where it's very beautiful. And if you can take the ugly and see the beauty in the ugly, then it's even better. I think for me, there's no one better to heal from this sort of relationship than me. Because I'm going to give it to you. In all the ways that it comes out, I'm going to give it to you. And I just wanted to share that with you all. I love you with all my heart. I'm so thankful to everyone. I'm even thankful to sister because she triggered this beauty. She triggered it. And I'm thankful. I believe that she really meant well. But if I put a hurting on your eyes, your heart, your soul, or your mind, click out. I don't want you to be going through that. I want you to be happy. Anyway, y'all, I love y'all. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Christopher Bush. Thank you, 16 people, 8 thumbs up, so I know you're feeling it. And I'm going to come later on Afrocentric right now. These nails got to get done. So we're going to go get our nails done, and I will see you when I get back. Love y'all. Peace.